This is our 1974 F350 Super Camper Special Ranger XLT. It's all original paint, original trim, no bodywork, no paintwork, completely unmolested, no reproduction parts. It has the 460 4-barrel original engine, 42,600 miles on it currently, 410 limited slip rear axle, 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. It does have an aftermarket dual exhaust put on by the previous original owner. It has the Ford optional standard shell on it, which was produced or sold as an option by Ford from 73 through 79. There are a couple of minor type of dings or scratches on it. There's a ding here. After 40 years, it's got the this truck has every option, including the auxiliary tank. It has a 16.5-inch rims with full wheel covers, the 9.5 or 9.5 by 16.5-inch Firestone tires. This truck originally came with the 12.0 by 16.5-inch rear tires Ford called the Super Singles. Of course, those are long gone. The only other piece or thing that I've added to this truck is the rear bumper. It's an actual original Ford Contour bumper, but I put that on there. It had an unattractive aftermarket bumper. I had it re-chromed, and of course I had to put the colorful Colorado mud flaps on there, which were very popular in the 70s. And as you can see, all of the trim is in excellent condition. Original mirrors. It's all original interior. The glass is in excellent condition. It did have a new windshield put in 1996. Original door panels. I did have to put, probably 100 hours into the paint. It was just oxidized, but all original paint. Came out very nice, shiny, smooth. I did put in new seals. They were worn, 40 years old. I put in new pivot covers. These are aftermarket because the original ones were cracked. And I buffed out the sill plates. Original carpet. I removed all the carpet, the door panels, and the headliner. Put in a soundproofing, sound deadening like a Dynamat, and some mass-loaded vinyl insulation. This seat is all original, XLT. They had a seat cover on it since it was brand new. It didn't come off until I purchased the truck 1 year ago. There's a couple of cracks in the wheel. It's pretty typical of these Fords. No cracks in the dash whatsoever. Original fire extinguisher. This truck is a 73, but I found from a 71 Ford. Ford made several different specials, and in the prior generation, one of them, besides Camper Special, the Farm and Ranch Special, the Heavy Duty Special, some others, they made a Contractor Special. I found this toolbox, which is part of the Contractor Special Edition from a 71 Ford, all original, at a junkyard. And I've heard of them, but I've never actually seen one on eBay or anything. It fit into this truck perfectly, so I thought it was cool, so I put it in. Original rear slider, optional rear slider. Again, it's an F350 Super. Ford made this, they called it the Super from 73 through 76 and discontinued calling it that in 1977. The grill shell's in excellent condition, as you can see. Some light scratches right here, but otherwise excellent. All the chrome. I got the plates. Those are my father's plates from 1974. This truck here, because it's the 140-inch wheelbase Super Camper Special, this is the panel that comes off, and this is where the spare tire sits. You can see it sitting in its carrier. So that's unusual from the F100 through the F250 series. This truck also had the Ford factory optional camper tie-down package, which are these anchors here. They bolt right into the frame of the truck, and there's 4 of them. And again, a couple of just minor dings that I touched up. I think I mentioned it has the 410 rear end, the C6 automatic, 464 barrel, all original paint. I polished, waxed, buffed out, whatever, the hood. I was careful not to remove the original markings from either the factory or the dealership. 41574 with some initials. Below 40 is the coolant level check and some numbers. Those are original markings. And again, the engine was just dirty, but I literally cleaned most of it with a toothbrush. It's set up. It had the optional dual battery set up for the camper. Factory AC. I had to touch up some of the black paint. I did have to touch up this here. It was just discolored after 40 years, but I tried to match it with the original coloring. Came out very nice. Again, the shell. I'm going to go ahead and start it. These floor mats are actually brand new 1975 Ford floor mats. They weren't original to the truck, but I found them and bought them. You can see they say Ford, but they are an actual Ford accessory part, but 1975. This truck runs excellent, very strong, a lot of power. The dual exhaust the previous owner put on. I don't believe it can get any better than this, as far as original unmolested. I don't know how many F350 Super Camper Specials there are running around with all of the desirable options, the XLT, 42,000 miles, 460. Can't imagine there's many. Personally, in my opinion, this has got to be one of the finest unmolested examples of a 74 of any F100 through F350 in existence. There was no rust on this truck at all, not one speck. I completely scrubbed and cleaned the frame and undercarriage, cleaned it up, painted the rails, the frame rails. But again, it didn't take much. It was such clean, excellent condition. purchased it from the original owners in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They owned a large orchard. The original owner had purchased it brand new in 1974 from, oh, I forgot the name now. I want to say it's Richards Ford in Albuquerque. And he passed away in 1996. The spouse, grandma, kept it, sat in the shed, drove it every blue moon. Then they decided to sell it last year. I found it on Craigslist, flew down, and drove it home. Like I said, they had rarely driven it. It's got 42,600 miles on it. It's just an excellent truck. I don't drive it. It sits in the third car garage with a cover. My son and I occasionally put it into a local car show. The first show we put it in locally with about 100 cars that won first place for best original in that class, which surprised me, but I don't know why it surprised me. And that was just fun. I do have the original from the original owner, all 5 volumes of the factory service manual. I have the original sales brochure, the original Ford recreational brochure. I also have the big Ford chrome turnbuckles that came with this truck on the camper package to tie the truck down. Extremely rare. I've never even seen a set ever in person or on eBay or any other auction. So, well, I think that's it. I just wanted to share, and I love this truck, and I have no plans of ever selling it, and hopefully my son will inherit it from me. So that's it, and thanks for sharing.